Calcium reacting with hydrogen, it will give you calcium hydride. Formula is CaH2. And this one, is it balanced or not? Verify everybody. Is it balanced, all of you? Speak, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if it is balanced means, then you can tell me, this one will react with the water. Again, they will brings back what? Again, they will brings back what? Everybody?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. So what is the expected product? Calcium hydroxide plus you are going to get hydrogen gas. So balance it now. This equation is not balanced. Fastly balance it. Everybody. CaH2 plus. This is OH twice. And here hydrogens are 4, but here 2 only. Oh, here also 4. Next. Oxygens here 2, but here 1. So by balancing it, I will put here 2. Then here also 2. Am I right, everybody? Is it balanced now? Verify it. All of you? I have started
Yes,
with
sir.
oxygen. Here oxygens are 2, but here oxygens are only 1. So I multiplied with the 2. Then hydrogens become 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 1, 2, 6. But here only 2 plus 2, 4. So that I multiplied here with the 2. So that there also become 6. Am I right, guys? Do you understand, Mr. Sanjay Ganan, Johan, Harini? That is what you have to remember. Any doubt, please let me know. Clear, guys?
Yes.
All of you? Yes?
Yes, sir.
That is what. Now, if you observe, how many of you know balloon sellers? Balloon sellers, Terima. If you go to the park and all, balloon sellers will come. Yes, please. Balloon sellers. Terima, Teriada. Balloon sellers,
Yes, sir.
they will fill the gas in the balloons. What gas are you expecting? What gas are you
Helium.
expecting?
Hydrogen gas.
Gas. But helium gas, okay. Other than helium gas, what you are expecting? Yes, please. Hydrogen gas. Understanding? So balloon cellars basically they will fill with the helium gas or hydrogen gas. The hydrogen in a small scale industry, if you want to produce hydrogen, this is the chemical equation. It will be followed. The cylinder which contains Mr. Balloon seller having a cylinder of this one only. So when these both react, it will produce the hydrogen gas. That is only it will be filled in the balloons. Understanding all of you? So that is why we can say it is the actually a small scale industry method. If you want to produce the hydrogen in a small scale, so we will use this technique only. Okay. So hydrogen on a small scale and also by balloon cellars is used by this chemical equation. Okay, all of you. So this is what about the reaction with the hydrogen, reaction with the halogens and reaction with the hydrogens. Basically, hydrogen is also behaves like a metal. But if they are reacting with the metals, it will be acting like a halogen. Understanding all of you? Please speak. That is what you have to remember it. Okay, guys. Next property. So this is also one of the most important one. So that is what reaction of metals with the salt solution. So this is only example of something which we all people knows already studied in first chapter. Anybody can tell? More reactive metal displaces the less reactive. Now I'm asking you people. Anybody can tell now? More reactive metal.
Displacement.
What is the reaction called as? Everybody.
Displacement reaction.
Yes. That is only this one. Both are same. Reaction of metals with salt solution or the more reactive metal displacement reaction. Both are same. The more reactive metal will displaces what? Everybody. Metal displaces the less reactive metal. Less reactive metal from where, guys? From where? From the
Solution.
from the salt solution of metal. Do you understanding all of you? So this is only ways to called as. These reactions are the examples of what? These are the examples of, speak guys, examples of
Displacement reaction.
displacement reactions and where enerka ionic exchanging. So it is also example of what?
Redox reaction.
Redox reaction.
Reactions. Please learn it. So now salt of metal 1, salt of metal 1, salt of what? Roman number. Salt of metal 1 reacting with the metal 2, metal 2. So if always metal 2 must be greater than metal 1 or more reactive than metal 1 or less reactive than metal 1. Keep it in mind, the free metal must be always more reactive than what? More reactive than the metal which is in combined state. Am I right or wrong, everybody? Please speak, guys. All of you.
Yes, sir.
Then only reaction will take place. Then what is the product will come? Salt of metal 1 or 2 or salt of metal 2 plus we'll get what? Metal 1 will come. So this is what we'll say it is displacement reaction. So here if you see that more reactive, if you consider who is the more reactive, metal 2 or less metal 1 now? Metal 1 is in salt. So who is more reactive? Everybody. Please speak. Metal 2. Understanding? So the more reactive metal will get oxidized or reduced, guys. Anybody can tell? It will give the electrons to metal 1 and it will come outside. So to respond, it will be getting oxidized or reduced. Get oxidized. Okay. While the less reactive metal get what? While respond Ra. While less reactive metals, okay, get reduced. Okay, everybody. So now I will explain you this. All of you observe very carefully. Basically, now can you tell me salt of metal 1, is it in a metal form or a ionic form? Anybody can tell? Is it in a metal form or ionic form? Suppose let me take the well-known equation for us. Zinc is reacting with the iron sulfate. Now, can you tell me, now here, is it iron is in a metal state or ionic state? Anybody? Zinc is a metal state. Okay. So, zinc is a metal. Let me take this is metal 2. And salt of metal, this is what? Metal 1. So, can you tell me now, metal 1 means iron. Iron is in a metal state or ionic state? Anybody can tell? Speak, Ra. It is a compound state. So compound state means is already ionic state. It is a cation and sulfate is a what? Everybody. Sulfate is a what? Anion. Understanding, Amma? Because iron will give the 2 electrons. Sulfate also will give the 2. It needs 2 electrons. So that formula will come what? Everybody. Fe2SO4 twice. We'll write it as a what? FeSO4. Right or wrong, everybody? Speak, guys. Yes. So now iron is in what state? Cation state and is a atom or a cation? Anybody can tell? I am asking you understand or not. You say iron is in a cationic state or metal state. That is what I am asking. Either it is an atom or ion.
Ion, sir.
That is what I am asking. So that this ion will get reduced. Ion will get reduced means what? Not metals will get reduced. Metal cations will get reduced. Means iron will receive electrons or not from zinc. Iron will receive electrons or not? Remember, iron is actually cation because it is in a salt state. So it wants to turns into atom. So see everybody, atom will turns into ion by loss of electrons or gain of electrons. Am I right or wrong? Everybody, speak, guys. So if I want to turns into cations, it needs to lose the electrons or gain the electrons. Atom turns into cation by loss of electrons or by gain of electrons. Adi theriyada? What people try people? Atoms will turns into cation by loss of electrons or by gain of electrons.
Loss of electrons.
Now, same way, atom turns into anion by gain of electrons or by loss of electrons.
Gain of
Gain of
Gain
electrons.
of electrons. Now, reverse reaction, tell me. Now, cation, I want to make it into atom. Can you tell me now? Loss of electrons or gain of electrons?
Gain of electrons.
And anion needs to turns into atom. Now tell me, what is that? It has to
Loss of
loss of electron. That is what I am saying. So more reactive one will get oxidized. So it will lose the electrons or gain the electrons. Loss the electrons or gain the electrons. It will lose the electrons and less reactive metal cation will get reduced. Means it will receive the electrons or not? Yes, please. It will receive
sir.
only, it will turns into atom. Am I right or wrong? Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is
Yes, sir.
understanding is very important. That's what. So example you can make. So zinc is reacting with the iron sulfate. Tell me now. Identify the metals. Who is the metals present here? One is zinc. Another one is iron in salt. Iron in salt. So who is more reactive? Zinc is more reactive. Iron is more reactive. Zinc is more reactive than
Zinc is
iron.
more.
So that what will happen? It will receive the electrons. So it will turns into zinc sulfate. So who is oxidized here? Zinc is oxidized by loss of electrons, and so iron will be coming back. Iron will be iron here, iron cation, and but here it will be turns into what? Atoma, iona. It will turns into atom. Understanding, Amma? By that is what. So cation turns into atom by reduced or oxidized by reduced. Okay, so that is what. Suppose if I give reverse, zinc sulfate plus iron. Now tell me, what is the reaction? Zinc sulfate plus iron. Reaction, please. This is what you people are studying.
So no
Zinc
reaction.
sulfate, no reaction. Why no reaction? Because zinc is more reactive than iron,
Reactive than
or
iron.
iron is less reactive than zinc. So that no reaction will take place. Always the free metal must be more reactive than the metal which is in salt form. That is why it is no reaction. Next, copper reacting with the copper sulfate reacting with the iron. Now tell me, reaction please. This is very familiar equation we studied. Who is that making sound? Speak, guys. What is the answer? Aditya, what
Ferrous
is
sulfate.
this is in blue
Ferrous
color.
sulfate plus
It will come
copper.
FeSO4 aqueous state plus copper. So FeSO4, what is the color?
Light green color.
Light green color plus copper color, brown. So
This brown.
reaction of metals with a salt solution. Also, it will changes what? Majority of the reactions takes place with how? Note that point also. Majority of reactions takes place with a change in color. Takes place. Who is that making noise? Gayatri. Taking place with change in color. Please note it. So displacement reaction with one of the changes change in color. We have noticed it or not? Everybody respond. That is what it is. Okay. So FeSO4 plus it is light green color plus copper will come. So next you can take zinc is reacting with the copper sulfate. Can you tell me what is that? Zinc is reacting with the copper sulfate. Reaction will take place or not? Yes,
Yes,
please.
sir.
Yes. So what is the products will come? We'll get
Zinc
Zinc
plus
sulfate
copper.
plus copper. Okay.
plus
Now here
copper.
copper is a atoma, iona.
Atom.
Atom. Which sorry, ion. Which ion it is? Cation. It will turns into what? Atom. So it is reduced or oxidized? Anybody? It is reduced or oxidized?
Reduced.
It is reduced. Zinc is turns into, see, zinc is atom. Zinc is turns into ion. So it is getting oxidized or reduced?
Oxidized.
Oxidized.
Please learn it. All of you. Very, very important. Simply studying means nothing will happen. So cation it is. Next. So we can make it like zinc sulfate. So zinc sulfate plus copper. So this all the things are examples of what? Everybody. These all the solutions are examples of displacement reactions as well as, yes, please.
Redox reaction.
For example,
Redox reaction.
copper reacting with a silver nitrate. Can you tell me reaction will take place or not? Speak loudly. Reaction will take place or not? Fastly. Very important reaction. Reaction will carried out. Check it. Silver is more reactive, copper is more reactive. Please never call me a zebra. I like hydrogen. Call copper. Me, mercury. Silver, Ag. So call me Ag, silver. So copper is more reactive or silver is more reactive? Copper is more reactive than silver. So reaction
Silver.
will takes place. So what is the products will come? Anybody? Copper reacting with the silver nitrate will forms what? Copper nitrate.
Copper
Understanding?
nitrate
Plus
plus
will get silver. Balance the equation. I want balanced equation. Fastly. 2 Ag
Sir,
and
2 age.
okay. So please learn. Okay. So this is what actually displacement reaction, and as well as we can say under the redox reactions. So related to this, they have given, do you understand now? Mithakshari clear everybody now? Cation will be turns into atom. So it will be getting reduced or oxidized. The metal cation which is present in the salt will turns into metal. So it will converting from cation to atom. So it will receive the electrons or gain the lost the electrons. It will receive the electrons. So cation will turns into atom. Please remember, it will gain the electrons. Anion will turns into atom. It will lose the electrons. But atom converting into cation by loss of electrons. Atom converting into anion by gain of electrons. Reverse process, guys. Please learn this. Very, very important. Okay, everybody. So here you have to remember, more reactive get oxidized. More reactive one get oxidized, while less reactive metal kadayadi here. What is that? Metal cations gets reduced. Metal cations gets reduced. That is what you have to remember. Okay. And they have given one activity also in our textbook for this related to this. So all of you check it. So the activity is this one. How do metals react with the solutions of other metal salts? So metal salts means by this time you all people knows. This is only the example of what? Example of everybody? Displacement reaction, or also we can say what? Everybody? Displacement reaction,
redox
also we can say what? Redox reactions. Okay. So please learn that. So this is already first chapter itself we have done that. So what we have to do that? Blue color solution. What is the solution? Blue color solution means it is a what? Everybody? Copper sulfate solution. And if you dip the iron nail for a certain time, after that what will happen? It will turns into light green color. Here color is not shown. So it will turns into what color, guys? It will turns into light green color. Am I right or wrong? Please respond, all of you. And iron nail is coated with a brown color. What is that brown color only indicating? Everyone? What is the brown color is only indicating? Anybody?
Copper.
Copper. Understanding? So, and what is the iron sulfate solution color? Everybody?
Pale
Iron
green.
sulfate color solution. Everybody, light green. Okay. So please
green.
light green or green. So they are mismatching the colors. So please make it. So this is a what color, everybody? Green color. So if you leave it the nail for 20 minutes time, they are mentioning. So you can see that displacement reactions, which we studied in chapter 1, gives better evidence about the reactivity of metals. Nothing they have taught here. Just they are saying that chapter 1 you studied. What you studied chapter 1, that is what I am saying. So please learn. Otherwise, it is very, very tough to make it. Okay, everybody. So this is what about the today's class. So till here you learn. So today we studied only 3 things. What is that, everybody? Reaction with the halogens. Next one, reaction with the hydrogen. And the next one, reaction what? Reaction of metals with the solutions of other metal salts. That is only displacement reaction and redox reaction. Be very careful. The metal which is in free state. Okay. So the metal which is in free state is will converting into cation by oxidized or reduced, everybody? By oxidized. The metal which is in already cation, ionic state, which will turns into atom by reduced. So that is what you have to remember. Very important. Clear, Amma? Everybody? Sri? So metal ion cation which is present in the salt will gains the electrons and will turns back into atom, and the free metal will lose the electrons and it will turns into cation. So that is the what it will be taking place. That's all. Nothing is there. Okay, everybody clear? So please learn that. If you want, I will write that equation also perfectly. Pakrang, everybody. Fe, actually, what is the valency of Fe? Anybody can tell? Fe is what is the valency now? It is having 2 electrons excess. Am I right or wrong? All of you? It is having 2 electrons excess. Now, it will react with a copper sulfate. Copper sulfate ionic formula, can you tell me? Cu2 plus and SO4 2 minus. Am I right or wrong? Yes. SO4 2 minus gives you FeSO4, means in the sense of what? 2 extra electrons given to the copper, so that ion will turns into Fe2 plus and SO4 2 minus plus copper. Here copper is 2 plus. So by receiving 2 electrons, what will happen? Copper 2 plus will receive 2 electrons and it will turns into what? Respond, Ra.
Copper.
To copper atom. That is the internal reaction. Okay. Please, at least this example you learn. So iron is having 2 electrons extra, and here already copper 2 electrons given to somebody. Whom it has been given 2 electrons? Anybody? It has given 2 electrons to whom? Sulfate. Understanding, Amma? So it will turns into SO4 2 minus. So copper is having 2 electrons less. So what will happen? It will receive the 2 electrons from iron and it will turns into atom. And iron will lose that electron, so that it will turns into, it is getting oxidized. Getting oxidized. And here it is getting reduced. That is why these are called as redox reactions. I hope everybody understand with this example. Nobody will make this one. Simply they will say you studied chapter 1. You can see that. They may be said this displacement is taking place. But what is exactly taking place inside? Do you all understand? Mr. Harish, clear? Explanation
Yes,
is
sir.
very important. Anybody having doubt, you can ask me. Mr. Gokul, Kumar, Purima, Sanjay Kannan, Noor. This is how you have to study it. Okay, guys. So thank you, everybody. This is all about it. Only 3 things we studied in our today's class. So please go through that and have a glance. Don't go to the bed and make it. Then tomorrow we study reaction with the strong alkalis. So if you want to study that strong alkalis, we need to know the metal activity series. So that metal activity series already we are very familiar, but still we'll study in tomorrow's class. Then that's all, it is over. Then we will go with answering the questions. So in-text questions are there. If you are really understand every concept, let me see how many by tomorrow you all try to answer the in-text questions where it is there. I forgot it. Yeah, I think here only now will come. So in-text questions. Yes, you can answer this in-text questions which are present here. This is very important, very important questions. Will increase your ability to solve CBQs. Mainly the question which is this one. If you really understand till today's class, 100% you can solve these questions. Let me see who will answer it. Okay, we all are very familiar with the metal activity series. You can easily answer this one. So try to answer, then remaining questions we people will study. Okay, guys. So thank you, everybody. We'll meet in tomorrow's class.